Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. This reading we are going to see what the major changes that are coming your way are. So we have pile 1 over here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. As always, the timestamps are in the comments and the description box. Make sure to choose with your intuition. If you're not exactly sure, as always, visit the video in the ribbon above and it will guide you through it. Whenever you're ready, you can go straight ahead to your reading and we'll get started. Hi Pal 1, welcome to your reading. We'll see what the next major changes are that are coming into your life. Okay, so you chose this feather here. It belongs to an ostrich and it signifies the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Okay, some type of choice making is coming through, first and foremost, of course, but also it's something that you have been thinking about since a while. Even if it is not in an active thought process, it is something that is kind of going on in your life at the moment, and the next major change is just going to ask you to pick one or the other. So if you have, for example, 2 jobs that you're trying to keep going simultaneously, but you kind of feel the tension or the struggle that is needed in balancing the two and also maintaining your well-being, then this is more pointing towards that, and you have to make a choice between the two just for your well-being, basically. Okay, let's see some more cards. This can be, again, different places as well if you're relocating. The career thing was just an example, but you might already be feeling the struggle or the push and pull that is going on between 2 different areas of your life. Okay, next we have fill your cup with sacred giggles. Doing what makes you feel prosperous, something that makes you happy and joyful, just living in an abundant state of being. This reminds me of the Magician card a little bit because I don't know, for some reason that infinity reminded me of the Magician card. Like, all possibilities await and the horizon is free for you to paint on. It's a new canvas, a new slate, and start again. Work with all the resources that you have already and just do what you feel like is in your best interest, what makes you happy, what makes you prosperous, again, what makes you fulfilled, basically. Yeah, there's a little bit of the Ace of Cups type of vibe as well that's coming through, and it is something of an action-taking nature, this choice. So you have to do something or strive towards something. It's not just a state of being or that you go with whatever comes next, but rather you are creating your destiny. You are taking the steps ahead. And next we have you, the Muse. Okay, I want to read from the book for this one because I have not gotten this card. Hang on a second. In a very, very long time. I had read the definition or the description from the book before, but I don't really remember it now. Yeah, okay. So essential meanings are that you're finding your rhythm, you're showing off your talents in your life. This is creative inspiration, fertility, abundance, embodying your creator spirit, nurturing your projects and your people, and trusting your inspiration process. That's in a nutshell what it defines. And yeah, it's just basically that you're following what is light and bright within you, what inspires you, what is creative about you. If you're doing something of a monotonous job on one side and the other side is trying to build something of a creative type of work thing, be it writing or blogging or speaking to people, whatever it may be, something that is much more inspiring and fulfilling for you, it is asking you to follow that path and that process, and you be you do you. That's the thing, right? You are the template, you are the creator, you have the potential, you are the action, and basically you are going to decide where the next trajectory is going to lead you to. 21 here adds to 3, and we have 3 here as well, so 333 or 33 and so on might be something that you are seeing or you will start seeing right before the changes appear. And this is all about you taking the stage, you taking the leap, and yeah, it's putting things in your control, basically. So the little bit of this excerpt, we have some questions over here, so I'll repeat that. What lights you up right now? When you make a list of people you admire, what is it about them that you adore? What are they doing that makes your soul sing? Do they have anything in common with one another, and with the potential that you recognize within yourself? Because the type of people we resonate with, the people that we look up to even, they have certain qualities that are within us already. So let's say you admire the personality of some celebrity, let's say. Okay, it's something that we believe that we have within us. It is not yet fully expressed, of course. It's something that we need to work towards and hone and practice and so on and so forth. Work needs to be put into that direction, but in the back of our mind, we have the feeling that, yes, that is something that I resonate with, which means that that quality that this person symbolizes for me is something that is within me. Okay, so if it is the presentation or the charisma that you admire, then it's the charisma that you respect and adore within you as well, and you would like more of that charisma to shine. That's a form of projection, of course, but it is a way for us to recognize what we really believe about ourselves and what we are actually capable of, and therefore, we can then finally plan out how exactly we can achieve those type of quality sets within ourselves and kind of express that a lot more fully. I like the lotus and the shining because this symbolizes the crown chakra as well. So coming more into awareness of who you are, that is something also going to happen in the process. You will discover a lot more about you as and when you follow this path of abundance, and you basically know it in your heart. Whatever your heart says, the cup here, the cups are associated with the heart, the emotions, and we have the wisdom and the truth you feel in your heart. That's something that you need to follow through with, and everything else is just going to come to you. The resource will come to you. That's not something you need to be concerned about. It's just making that choice finally, not being on two sides of the coin at the same time, but rather picking one side. Yes, and lead by example. That's as well something. Find your inspiration and creativity. If you are feeling very low or kind of the life has become a little bit stagnant and you don't really know where and how you're going to find this inspiration or creativity, you kind of don't have to worry about that. You just sift through the things that you have. It can even be a childhood hobby that reminds you of something else. Let's say you used to draw and paint as you were during your childhood, and now you might have lost touch with it, but it doesn't mean that you've lost it completely. The fact that you're reminiscing on that topic and that you're wanting to reconnect with it, that itself is plenty to start the whole process. After that, yes, of course, you have to go ahead and pick up paintbrush or the crayon or the color pencil, whatever, sketch pen, anything that you use or want to use, whatever it may be, and the style will be very different from when you were a child, of course, but it doesn't mean that you cannot paint again or that you should forever stay detached. And sitting and reminiscing and hoping and wishing is fine, but you also have to get up and do something about that, right? So this is about making that step ahead and doing what you actually want to do, what you feel like doing. I know it's a major change, but it doesn't have to be a destroy everything else in life in order to follow this one particular path. It doesn't have to be that extreme for everyone. It's because a change in lifestyle or habit or including one little hobby in your life, that alone creates a big change, a massive change in our personalities and our mindsets, the way that we perceive the outside world. That itself changes, and when that changes, everything else is basically an avalanche from there, right? So it can start from a very small point, and it might be a little bit unnoticeable in the beginning, but just by being happy, just by following that path of happiness, you are going to find so much more. You will uncover a lot more of yourself. And it can finally, of course, lead to a bigger choice if you wish. Not everyone wishes for their hobby to be their, professional life. So it's not that, you have to ditch your current job in order to pursue a certain thing necessarily, although if that resonates and that is for you. But even if not, it's totally fine, because your heart is happy, your mind is happy, you're living well, you're feeling good, you're doing good, and that's all that we can ask for from a good life, right? So yeah, okay, we'll see some more cards. We'll get you some tarot now. Pile 1, viewers, please. What is the next major change coming into their life? Next major changes coming into pile 1 slides, please. Else, we have 3 cards already. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have 7 of Cups. Again, this talks about choices. Many different possibilities will open up to you, and you will have to kind of decide which way you would like to go, or how much of it you want to incorporate in your life. It's a little bit of a daydreamy thing as well, so it is up to you. Although you can't follow all 7 options at the same time, even though all of them might be equally appealing to you. So you might want to be interested in learning a musical instrument, plus painting, plus dancing, plus writing, and so on and so forth. There are many different options you can pursue, but you can't really do all of them at the same time. So what do you pick first? That's something about the 7 of Cups. So which one are you feeling drawn to? Cups, again, is just following your heart's instinct and just feeling your way through it. You don't really know what will lead where, but you just have to go for one option that feels the best for you. Okay, and if these options are something external, like a different job opportunity if you're looking for a job, or a different house if you're looking for a house, and it depends what you are really searching for. If it is dependent on external things, then this is talking about external choices being presented to you, and you have to make the choice. But with external things, time kind of runs out quickly, and you kind of have to decide. It can feel a little bit confusing, like I have no clue, there are just so many different options and they all sound so appealing. I don't know which way to go, which way would be the best. And that's when you really need to follow the heart and follow the wisdom and follow your feelings, the instincts that you feel. This yellow that I was feeling here, action orientation, that is associated with the solar plexus chakra as well. And solar plexus is all about trusting your gut instinct as well. Like you develop an intuition through practice, through experience, and from that experience you make certain decisions, make certain choices, right? That's where that comes in as well. So if it is external, you're gonna have to rely on your instincts in the coming future. Okay, we also have Ace of Cups. Yeah, I was getting that Ace of Cups feel here, right, with the card 21 there. And so this is about having unconditional love for yourself and for the people around you. We talked about, who do you like, who do you resonate with, and what do you admire about them. By figuring out really exactly what you admire about a certain person or a situation or a place, you can see the reflection of that same quality within yourself, right? So you develop more of an adoration and appreciation for yourself as well. So you're respecting yourself more, you're taking care of yourself, and there is an unconditionality as well, because you're happy and feeling prosperous from within. You don't feel bitter about anything, you're not feeling a lack of something, rather you're showing more abundance. And with the 9 of Pentacles here as well, this is about material abundance, financial abundance, and following what really speaks true to your self-worth, right? Developing a healthy sense of self-worth, that's 9 of Pentacles too. So by doing what you like, and both cups can talk about creative things as well, right? Doing what makes you feel happy and fulfilled, that is something that is going to take you to a much more abundant state of being. So it can be very simple things like redecorating your home, for example, but that little bit of the change that you make just makes your life a lot easier, and you feel a lot more comfortable very quickly. For example, you get a beanbag. It's something very childlike, something that's just fun. You just relax in it. There's no solid purpose to it, but it is a spot that you have for yourself. You can read over there. You can, I don't know, learn something there, play a guitar or whatever that you want, basically. It's just a new spot for you where you can, yeah, I'm sorry about the background noise. But getting back to this, that spot itself can, inspire you to do a lot more. And you might wonder, like, how about I get a mini table for next to my beanbag? That would be a lot more comfortable, isn't it? And so on and so forth. Basically, what do you do with your money? Nine of Pentacles is not just about earning the money, but actually feeling satisfied with it and feeling as though you have enough. It's not the goal, it's not the final step or whatever, but you have enough to feel really good about where you are at the moment. Okay, so that's where you're headed. You're recognizing your self-worth and your self-esteem. You're loving yourself. You're following your heart. You're doing what you like, and so on. Amazing. Okay, let's get you some more cards. Pile 1 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming towards Pile 1 viewers? Yep, okay. We have Harvest over here. So you're seeing the results of the efforts that you have put in the past. So again, if you're already following, like I said, 2 different paths at this time, then you can see the more result coming through in the path that you actually desire. So if you're doing 2 different jobs, one the mainstream thing that you're doing to earn your money, and the next one is something that you actually like, you can see that the thing that you actually like is actually showing you a lot of promising results. And you just have to kind of put a few other things in place in order to make it a solid thing. Like, you can see that this can be a thing for the future. Also, this talks about whatever effort you put in with the whole magician vibe, the Ace of Cups, and you, the muse, and all of that, where you're taking more ownership, you're doing more of the work by yourself, and so on and so forth. You will see the results of that. Even though it is not visible right now, it will be very soon after you make the choice. Okay, we also have Relax. So again, the whole beanbag example coming up here. But yeah, this is doing something that kind of, when you're following your heart, you're not really stressed, right? You're doing what you like, so why should you be freaking out about anything? There's no deadline as such. You're going to chill and have a good time. 9 of Pentacles is like, you have time to, smell the roses, be in nature and really feel the nature, rather than, just taking a walk in the park while still thinking about the work you have left to do, and so on, right? So you have the space to yourself in your mind, in your heart, to really feel and be in the moment and do what you actually feel like. Wonderful. Okay, what more do we have? What more can we get? Yes, it gets you some astrology cards. Pile 1 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming into Pile 1's lives? You are directing your life, basically. You're feeling a lot more in control, and with that knowledge, you're feeling a lot more relaxed overall. And when things are in your hands, you're kind of, again, you know where it is going to head. You know how it is going to get there. And we have Capricorn here, again, a very grounded cardinal sign. It's an earth sign, so it is. It makes tangible steps towards its goals. It achieves little by little, slow and steady wins the race. That's the logic of the Capricornian. And any obstacles along the way aren't really obstacles. It's just something for character building. They're very solid at heart in their determination. That's something I really admire about the zodiac, really. And very tangible. It is represented by the mountain goat, and the mountain goat literally climbs the mountains, and it weathers any terrain, any storms, anything that comes along the way, because it is just that determination and strong willpower. That is something that is going to carry it through. Okay, this Capricorn also rules the 10th house. That is the legacy you build, what takes you down into the future and also beyond your lifetime. What do you stand for? What is your image? What is the image you're trying to create? What is your long-term goals? What is that ultimate goal that is going to make you happy, and so on and so forth? And what can you do in order to achieve that bigger goal? You still need to, have sub-goals and subtasks and so on, and you need to achieve them, right? So that's the Capricorn energy there, and it will lead to success. That's just in the nature of Capricorn, right? The harvest will happen because they put so much effort towards it, so much work, so much willpower. It's kind of like manifesting through the work that they are putting into it, right? They have faith that they're going to get there. That's what gives them that strong willpower, right? It doesn't just come out of nowhere. It is within them. They cannot isolate that, okay, I will now have faith and now I will work and now I will relax. No, it all happens simultaneously. It's in their nature to be successful at whatever they set their mind to. All they need to do is set their mind to something. So that's the spirit that you will be embodying in the near future that creates this next major change, right? Then we have Mars, passion, anger, action, courage, desire, and competition. Again, it's like going for what you want and whatever brings you to that passionate state of being, doing what you like, basically. And because you like doing what you like, you're gonna be naturally driven towards it. No one has to push you. No one has to give you deadlines. That's not even necessary because you yourself are enough. And Mars rules Aries, so that's all about being independent and competent by yourself. You initiate, you take the steps ahead, and you are not going to stop at anything because you just love it. The drive, the desire is just so much that you can't help but take courage, and nothing can deter you from those goals. Right? So I like the combination of Mars and Capricorn because Mars can also be really short-tempered and lose patience. Meanwhile, Capricorn is like, no, bigger goals take time and we need to put more time and effort into a certain thing. So I really like that Capricorn is giving the patience to Mars and therefore channeling it very productively. So that's as well something that's coming through. So you're able to relax and, chill out, but you're also able to do the work that needs to be done in order for you to receive the gifts and blessings that you are wishing for. Okay, Pile 1 viewers, what are the next major changes coming into their lives? Pile 1 viewers, please. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of cards, but you know what? We'll get them. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. I don't need to describe that. It's already pretty clear, right? Why should I even put this? Okay, I put it here. Okay, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So the love of the universe, the cosmic love and universal love, that's the Ace of Cups over here. You will always be guided. So trust your heart, trust your instincts, all of that we talked about. And again, we have the yellow coming up here. So that's not about taking action. Once you're guided to the light, when you have the clarity of where you want to go, what you want to be working towards, then you can just trust the entire process and go with it actively, right? That's what we're talking about there. And we have, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again, I choose love. So if you're holding yourself back from making the choice, and it might feel a little bit scary at first, that, well, if it is a big step especially, in that case, this is again reassuring you that no, don't give in to fear because that's not really gonna take you anywhere. You're just going to stay where you are, and some amount of fear is of course necessary, like you don't jump off a cliff or something. So that fear is only necessary for our survival of the bodies, but it's not really something that is useful when it comes to dreams and aspirations, right? So choose again. What do you choose? A lot of choice happening there. So the Seven of Cups, are you going to limit yourself with the many options? Are you going to choose something safe, or are you going to do something that really speaks to you, that is most fulfilling path for you, right? So that's again being mirrored there. And we also have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So this is helping you choose not fear but rather love, right? So anytime that you feel kind of stuck or especially during the Seven of Cups time, right? Whenever you feel stuck and you don't really know where to go and you're limiting yourself, this is just asking you to reconnect with the universe and recognize that the universe is within you. So basically listen to yourself, your heart, your spirit. Quiet yourself down for a moment in order to think clearly, process your emotions and your gut instinct a little bit clearly, and pay attention to them a lot more than we normally do, right? That's when you need to go inward and be like, am I being a little bit too safe? Am I not taking a chance? Am I not giving this much of a chance? I know I really want it, but do I want it enough? And am I questioning these? Am I asking myself these questions because I want to, find reasons to stay back? Or am I really looking for answers? Things like that. Just keep digging and dig deeper, because that's the only way to get rid of fear, is by facing it, accepting it, and just recognizing that it exists. Only from awareness can we do something about whatever holds us back, right? So any form of separation within yourself or from your dreams, from the people you love or the life that you love, is all pointing towards asking for a direction, asking for clarity, for help, and reach out to certain people who you trust. Perhaps they can help you out with it, or if this is something more personal and private, then this is talking about reaching out to spirit, because we have this whole purple vibe going on as well. So this is talking about meditation and prayers, or talking to the universe or God or whatever you believe in, just something that gives you faith. Okay, so reach out to that and ask for guidance and help, and it will come, basically. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile one. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like the video if you liked it. Share and subscribe as well. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you in some of my other readings. Until then, feel free to check out any of my other videos on my channel. See you next time. Take care. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We'll see what the next major changes are that are coming into your life. So we have White Eagle, the connection to divine guidance is within you. And we have the Goose, your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. I'm guessing this is a serious reading. Okay. Because the white birds usually come out when it's like imperative that we start moving in the direction that we are already feeling called to do. That where we are at the moment is not going to fulfill us any longer in the future. So you need to, if you haven't already, kind of go within or figure out, explore, and kind of know what these dreams and desires are. And once you know it, kind of you need to start following it, like regardless of family would not approve or society would not approve, or it will be difficult, etc., etc. We'll have a lot of reasons and excuses to not do something, but if we never take a chance, then we will never truly know. And whenever there are any of the white birds here, they also signify a lot of purity and divinity, right? So whatever it is that you're dreaming of and desiring to do, it is fully supported by the universe. That's why it is asking you to, go for it and not be so concerned about what other people or what other difficulties might pop up in the future. That is something that is always going to happen, right? Whether you do something you like or you don't do something you like, etc. Whatever it may be, there will always be something or the other that we need to circumvent, something that causes blocks and, creates a little bit of a tension or a struggle within us or in our lives. That little bits of ups and downs are always going to happen. It's just it will feel much more worth it when you are doing something that you actually want, right? So that's where it is pointing you towards. It feels like a big step, of course, but I'm not surprised because the major changes that we're talking about. But yeah, okay, it's a big step, but don't be scared. You are fully supported, and the right people at the right place at the right time are all going to come up, and also the right resources, of course. Okay, Pile 2 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming towards Pile 2? Next major changes coming towards Pile 2 viewers. Okay, we have one over here. So the Spark of Hustle, that's the first card. So a lot of orange and yellow. So orange is all about the sacral chakra, which is going with the flow, recognizing your self-worth, respecting yourself, and anything creative, inspiring. Basically, the root chakra is all about, staying grounded and kind of building a safe space and feeling comfortable. And once you feel comfortable, you can start exploring, right? So that the exploration stage is more of the sacral chakra, and that transitioning to the solar plexus, where you make action. Basically, you do what you want to do, you take action and drive, and this arrow over here is kind of coming from a place of inspiration and creativity as well. So you will be given a lot of energy as well. So I would not say, unfortunately, you will have a lot of work. I would not put the word unfortunate at all, because this is something that you want, and when you want something, you will go ahead and do it. I'm really liking that even on Pile 1, and that was the whole take initiative and, go for what you actually want to do. But that one was like, I think most people have already started, and they have already started taking the steps basically towards it. Meanwhile, over here, the cards are asking you to take the step and move towards where is it you want to do. And even if it is a little bit scary, or it might require a lot of work, again, it is something that is worth it. So it does not feel exhausting, it does not feel detrimental, you don't feel washed out at all. It is more rejuvenating on the flip side, right? It does not seem very intuitive that when you are working a lot, you don't get tired. But when you are doing something that ignites you, that fire kind of keeps burning, and you can keep going, and the direction keeps becoming clearer and clearer, and you have a better idea of where you need to go next. So the journey has to begin right now. At the first moment of recognition of what is it you want to do, that's when the journey begins, and you need to follow through with that as well. And you will follow through because it's something that you really enjoy. We also have unstick the stuck, so things that are holding you back, internal fears, insecurities, external factors. This is asking you to kind of don't give that as a reasoning for not doing what you like or not living the life that you want to live, right? I was watching a video recently of, I don't remember the channel, but the topic was, what do you most regret, okay? And they asked this question for people aged from 5 to 75, and one of the comments in that was that as they get older, people regret what they did not do. Meanwhile, when we are younger, we regret what we did do. So over here, it makes me feel as though you need to start moving, otherwise you might regret what you did not do when you had the chance, when you had the first spark. And there were many people, as they got older, they started saying that I regret that I did not start this sooner, or that I did not listen to my inner voice sooner, and so on and so forth, right? So just, this is the moment. Okay, this was just to motivate you. You can watch the video for yourself if you want. Just search for 5 to 75. Yeah, the things I said basically. But yeah, not letting the external factors or even internal fears and insecurities kind of hold you back. Not saying that you have to be absolutely perfect before going into the work, but I'm saying that despite the fear, take a chance, because you will like what comes out of it. You will be surprised by the amount of support you get, even if it seems unlikely at the moment, and it might be a radical change in some cases. yeah, I'm not really feeling very minor changes, really. Yeah, like in the first pile, it was more about maybe changing a habit can lead to a much bigger change in lifestyle. But over here, I feel as though it's a bigger change. Um, so yeah, it might feel radical to a few, but it doesn't matter. That's what it's saying. Like, don't let that matter. That's not the point. Someone else's approval is not really the point, because it's your dream, it is your desire, it is your journey, it is your action, it is your hustle, it's your everything, right? And the external world will reshape around your own attitude. It just very naturally happens, and I'm not saying that because I want to make you happy. It just is. When you start doing something, the external world changes. Certain people will fall away. Let them fall away. They were never meant to be in your future anyway. It's fine. Let them be. They have a different story to live. You have a different one. Meanwhile, the right people will respect you more, will admire you more, will help you more. The ones who can bring you a lot more support, they will do that for you. It just will come. You don't have to rush towards it. All you need to do is do what you do what you want to do, and don't let things keep you stuck, because that's not doing you or anybody else any favors either. Okay? So if you need to break out of something, any limitations, go ahead and do it. Just drive through it. Basically, the spark of with that arrow here, is really gives me a very Mars vibe. So go towards. There is always a directed effort, and there's a lot of courage, a lot of stamina too in Martian energy. Okay, so embody the Aries quality. Aries takes initiative and just goes after what it wants. There is a lot of passion to it. There is a desire that drives it. And with that drive comes courage. It has a chariot type of vibe as well, right? So get through what keeps you stuck, because it's not worth staying stuck at all. Okay, let's get you some tarot cards. Pile 2 viewers, please. What are some major changes coming towards pile 2? Okay, we have the Page of Cups. This is dream, manifest. And we have 3 of Pentacles. This can be wanting to start your own team. So a startup is possible, or manifesting a really good work environment. Maybe you're not happy where you're working, so it's encouraging you to look elsewhere. Don't try to make things fit in the place that you are at the moment. Rather, look for other options, and it is just reassuring you that it is possible. And when you feel in your heart of heart that this is not really the right place for you to be, or the right people to be with, then don't try to force it to fit, okay? You don't need to make yourself small or diminish your essence in any way to fit yourself in a box. The box is something made by people. You are not made by people. You are limitless. There is no box. There is no definition. So that's why the Page of Cups is like, dream away what inspires you. Anything can happen from this point on, and it all depends on what you want to happen. Okay, so don't be afraid to dream, and don't be afraid to manifest for yourself a wonderful tomorrow. Okay, but you have to begin somewhere. And Page of Cups is also having an open heart and having that faith in the universe, if not for yourself, and if it is yourself rather than universe, then go ahead and employ that. But in the end, it's all about the faith, right? That you just believe that it can happen. Why not? Why can't it happen? Other people have it, or this exists in the world, therefore why can't I have it? I can have it, so I will. Why can I not be a certain way? I will be. Why can I not attract a certain type of partnership with a certain person? Or why can't I attract a certain partner? This is all about, yes, it is possible. There is a world of possibilities that are opening up to you. The horizon is completely clear, as you can see from this image, and the new tomorrow is going to be full of supportive people, cooperative people, where all of you can learn from each other and grow with each other and support each other through any struggles or limitations that you face, right? So That's what I meant by the right people at the right time, at the right place, are just going to present themselves to you. Page of Cups, again, it's just having a faith, and then the rest kind of works, right? Okay, let's see more. So don't limit yourself so much. Okay, major changes. Okay, yes! Oh, goodness, I got Eight of Swords. Literally, the moment I saw this card, I was like, oh yeah, Eight of Swords. It just kept yapping in my head, and now it is here. Okay, this is about the self-limiting beliefs, any type of victim mentality, the feeling of, oh, but what can I do? The world is like this, or people are like that, or my situation is like this. What else can I do? This is just perceiving yourself to be stuck, but you're not really, if you push past the limitations that you put on yourself. And I admit, it can be a little bit hard to see through the fears and insecurities, but try, keep trying, because this card, in essence, means that the limitations you see are put on by yourself. You believe that you cannot do something because it might upset someone, but why does it matter? They're upset, they're getting upset, or they're getting happy. It's not in your hands. It is their emotion, it is their mind and perception after all. If you deny yourself and keep denying yourself, you are not really happy ever. You keep feeling stuck forever, and you keep feeling helpless forever. But since this is your life and you are the one living it, this is not really an excuse to give yourself, right? So stop limiting yourself, basically. We have the Hierophant, so some higher knowledge might come to you if you meditate or pray or manifest, whatever it is. A new path might open up to you. This also talks about higher education, so if you're not liking where you're working or how far it can really take you in the future, you can decide to go for a higher degree. Teaching, learning of any type, mentoring, guiding, guidance, all of that is associated with the Hierophant. Also spiritual learning and teachings, that's related with that as well. Traditional values and customs and beliefs, those are also associated with the Hierophant. So if it is traditional things that are stopping you, this is kind of saying step out of it, because tradition is meant to orient you towards a higher learning, a higher path. And if it is pulling you down, that is going against the tradition. Nowadays, in many cultures, we are seeing that a lot of the preset or preconceived beliefs and the systems that we have already established are not really working very well, right? Even if we have an established rule or an institution, all of them need to keep changing and updating according to the times that we have, according to the people that we are interacting with, and so on and so forth, right? Atheism is increasing so much, and despite there being so many different types of religions and so many different paths of faith and beliefs that come along with them, but ultimately all of them lead to oneness, right? So atheism, by discrediting the very dogmatic viewpoints, the dogma is also associated with Hierophant, it comes from a place of rebellion, but even their intention is to find something that unites us cosmically. To them, in their minds, it feels as though one religion is not sufficient, or that forcing someone to believe in a certain way is not sufficient to take you down a path which is like for the highest good for each and every person, right? So one man for himself, that type of vibe. My point of saying that was that if culture, religion, tradition, and other constraining type of lifestyles are blocking you, and that's what is making you feel worried about doing anything for yourself, this is just encouraging you that don't let that, because system is again built by humans. It is a human construct, and it is of course limited by the human perception. Meanwhile, the spirit that wants to express itself through the human body does not have any limits. It is not limited by any box. You cannot define it. That's the whole nature of the soul, right? And the point, when we try to make systems, when we try to make traditions, we are trying to imitate that limitlessness of the spirit, of God and religion, of the universe itself. We try to define it because that's the only way we can understand something. That's simply how it is, right? But that does not mean that the spirit has to be stuck as well, right? So there are many other ways that you can reach a spiritually enlightening state, and you can do that through your own personal journey. Religion is personal as well, right? Spirituality is heavily personal. Your relationship with the universe is not going to be the same as your neighbor or your closest friend or your father or your mother or whoever, right? It is all going to be different for everyone, and it's okay, because that's just what it is. It's unique to you, and you yourself embody a part of that universe, that eternal soul in that spirit. So it's okay the way that you perceive things, and allow yourself to see yourself through the eyes of unconditionality, right? This whole anything is possible, opening up that horizon, being a little bit dreamy, thinking of kind of an idealistic state of being for yourself can help you get out of this, anything that is keeping you stuck, really. That can help you get out of it. I'm not saying stay dreamy and passive. I'm saying use that disposition in order to get out of a sticky situation or a messy state, and do something that is very productive and helpful for the community. 3 of Pentacles is about your local community. So if you are wanting to start your own business that helps the little people, small business, medium business, whatever it is, whatever. This is about doing something to contribute to society, and society therefore gives back to you as well. That is a form of tradition and culture as well, right? It's not one definition that fits all. By establishing a definition, you automatically eradicate at least one person, at least one sect of people, right? So it's not, the moment you put definition, it just is. Again, it just is that it won't fit every single person, right? That's why even in tarot we keep saying, if it resonates, take it. If not, it's fine, because this is all via symbolism. So all tarot is going to be based on personal experiences, and also, from learning people from around you, surroundings, life you've experienced, and so on and so forth. So the interpretation is always going to have some sort of limitation, but you yourself are watching the reading and you can see the images for yourself, right? So you can see what water means for you. You can understand what your dreams are. You can understand what community means for you. What is this institution that we're talking about? Or does it come more in the form of spiritual teaching for you? Therefore, that's why we say if it resonates, because you have to ultimately apply it into your life as it fits, right? Okay. Awesome. Let's get you some more cards. It's just asking you to step out of anything limiting, because it's not really helping you anymore. There are times when spirituality helps, there are times when religion helps, but there are also times when we need to really get doing. We need to start moving. We need to start taking action. We can't bank on one thing or the other. The only thing we can really trust is our spirit, if we listen to it, right? Okay. And one form of that is the whole dreams and desires that you have, the things you want to achieve and things you envision in an ideal setting for yourself, for your life, the people you want to surround yourself with, the place you want to live in, the work you want to be doing, the lifestyle you have, the habits you have, so on and so forth. Okay. Pile 2 viewers, please. What are some major changes coming towards pile 2 viewers? Yep, we have Chiron, so deep insecurity, spiritual strengths, and rebirth cycles. We talked about the whole insecurity and fear things that it can stem from a past, and spiritual strength is about transmuting those insecurities and healing people around you, helping others around you, and that in turn helps you see yourself a lot more clearly. It helps you value you more, and helping others heals you as well. Okay, so there's a lot of, okay, now I have to work on this, and once I work on it, I will turn that into a strength, and then work on another thing, and so on and so forth. That's the whole rebirth cycle that we're talking about. Yes. And we also have Sagittarius. This is heavily Hierophant energy, so I'm going to keep it right next to it. Sagittarius is again about higher knowledge, teaching, mentor, guiding, learning, research, higher education, institutions, religion, spirituality. Having a very open mind, seeing from a bigger perspective, looking at the big picture, rather than limiting yourself to what might happen next. That's why the whole big picture is Page of Cups. Sagittarius is also very optimistic and perceptive. And because it is the sign of faith, they're able to go with the flow much easier. So that's not something that they need to work towards as such. It's just about where are they putting this passion towards, where do they want to guide themselves towards, basically. That's the thing that a Sagittarius basically orients itself. Okay, so that's, again, it's a combination of the two, the spark of hustle, and you have to do something. You have to keep doing and keep moving, and you must take action, but also keep faith that it will work out in your favor. That's what it's coming through over here. Okay. Okay. Next. Pile 2 viewers, please. I'll get you the moon cards. Yeah, pile 2 viewers. What are some major changes coming for pile 2? Okay, we have express with the waiting gibbous. So you will be expressing yourself a lot more. You might stand up to certain people, to yourself. You will start being more honest and authentic with yourself about what you really desire. How can you really create it? Expression can be about, again, a creative work as well. It can also be literal communication. So it comes in different formats, but the point is you are bringing yourself out into the open. You're not restricting yourself anymore. Then we have waxing crescent, faith. We talked about this plenty, so I will not repeat myself here. Okay, let's get you more cards. Pile 2 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming for pile 2? Okay. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Yeah, this is the whole Eight of Swords Hierophant that we talked about here. Because the universe is not going to say, okay, here are my terms and conditions, you must follow so and so and so in order to receive the unconditionality of things. If something is unconditional, by definition, it means that there are no terms and conditions. If the universe loves you, it will love you no matter what. If it is supporting you, it will support you no matter what. Even if you fall, even if you make mistakes, it is just going to gently remind you and show you that, hey, perhaps it was not the best path for you, right? Okay, here's another chance. How can you fix it again? So support, you don't have to worry about. Guidance, you don't have to worry about. Love, you don't have to worry about. Right people, place, time, etc. You don't have to worry about. So what are you really afraid of then? The teacher of love itself is the universe. Teacher teaching the Hierophant. A lot of downloads can come into your mind as and when you start working on yourself, or things that are holding you back, and things will become clearer as and when you keep seeking. The point is that you keep seeking. You call to the universe, you ask questions, you reach out and try to build a very personal relationship with it. The Page of Cups is optimistic and has faith. Sagittarius is optimistic and has faith. Why? Because they are connected with the universe very directly, very personally. That's why they know that they will be saved. It's not even a question. They're not forcing anyone else to believe. It's just that they do. They simply do. And that's the state of mind that you need to be embodying and creating for yourself, cultivating, that's the correct word, for yourself in order to feel this way, to have that courage to follow through with whatever it is that you want to do. It's just that nothing is big enough, nothing is I don't know the right word, but my point is, nothing needs to hold your spirit back. Okay? If something truly resonates with you, go for it. Don't deny that inner voice. Listen to it. And if you are not able to trust this inner instinct, then, meditate and go within and really make sure for yourself, is this the right way? The answer will come. Maybe not immediately, if you're not, very pro at meditating, but it will come in the following days. It can come in a synchronistic manner. It can come in just your dreams. It can come just as an epiphany while you're walking or working or anything really. But the answer will come, and the guidance will as well come. Okay, so just keep faith in the process and start to express yourself a lot more. Don't hold yourself back so much. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this helped. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like the video if you liked the reading. Share and subscribe as well. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on my channel, all different genres. You can see what you like, what resonates with you at this time. And yeah, until next time, see you. Take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. We'll see what the next major changes are that are coming into your life. You chose the Pheasant. The time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. Okay, so something new coming in, some new project, or someone new coming in. Depends on where your area of focus is. So a new person could be coming in if you're trying to attract a partner. This can be a business partner or a romantic connection as well. But also this is kind of asking you to build more connections in the next phase of your life. So if you're entering into a new job, for example, then it's talking about, talk to your coworkers and your peers and your bosses and so on and so forth, in order to build a good connection with them, because after all, you are a team and you need to be cooperating with each other anyway. And ripe for creation is talking about, for some people, I'm feeling pregnancy. You might be trying to get pregnant, and this is asking you to put some renewed effort into it if you aren't already. But it looks like a good time for you to achieve that. But also for people who are not in that stage of life, this is talking about doing something for yourself, creating a creative project or your own project, whatever field that you're in. Creation is all about expression as well. So expressing yourself in a more fulfilling manner, that can be something that is applicable for some of you. Okay, we'll get more details. Okay, for Pile 3 viewers, please, what's the next major change coming into Pile 3's lives? Major changes for Pile 3 viewers. Okay, so first we have Creator Fire. Again, this is about passion, creativity, drive, ambition, desire, courage, all of those things, putting fuel into an ambition. Yes, that's what we have. And we have Cut the Cords of Doubt. So follow your passions and don't keep stopping yourself. That's something that's coming through. What else? Let's get you some... Actually, I want to read the Creator Fire from the book a little bit. Wow, I directly opened this page. Okay, so fire is connected to passionate and enthusiastic energies, and it is present in the zest of impulsivity and spontaneity, and in the spark of new ideas. Its realm is one of quick movement and intense creativity. Fire also relates to destruction and rebirth, and to vital purification. What can fire teach you about the present, and what can your passions and desires teach you about what's yet to come? Is there something that needs to be burned down in order to rise again? So Cut the Cords of Doubt is about doubt basically being burned away, and you're being purified in order to go forward with the next phase of your life, right? And what does the intensity of your creative fire whisper to you right now? Is your creative force being stoked and tended? The point of this card being here is that you're going to find your passion if you haven't already, and if you have, then this is about following through with that. Fire also represents transformation, like a phoenix, and you let the older parts of your life, the people, situations, habits, thought process, and so on, you let that fall away because it's no longer working in its best interest for you. You'll know that from things that deplete your energy rather than give you energy or keep it at a neutral state. Basically, if something is sucking out more from your life than it is giving, then that's something that needs to leave your life, right? And after that you can begin anew. Meditate on the phoenix, and what does reborn look like to you? What does life look like? And fire is also associated with dance. Okay, let's get you some tarot cards then. Pile 3 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming into their life? The next major changes. Whoa, okay. We got 3 cards. We have Chariot, so this can talk about literal movement, but this is also about determination, willpower, and going through all obstacles that come your way because you are so determined to reach your goals. Okay, so again, drive, passion, courage, desire, all of those things are associated with that. I absolutely love this card, especially when we have a certain goal in mind. Then it's like nothing can stop you along the way. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune. This is about luck being on your side, and a lot of fated events and incidents can happen in your life. Certain people can appear in your life who are going to have a long-term impact, and you're required to kind of go with the flow a little bit. Just keep your goal in mind and keep that fire burning, basically. Tend to that fire and allow the ball to keep rolling, okay? And if you haven't already started taking action towards these creative projects or the things that bring you inspiration and joy, that inspire innovation within you, then it's time to focus your attention in those type of areas. Okay, and we also have 8 of Cups, so this is leaving behind emotional attachments that are no longer working for you in your favor, and walking towards a new dawn, a new beginning, and starting fresh. So old emotional attachments, it doesn't mean that this event has happened in the recent past, but it can be something that happened 10 years ago which still has a hold on you. That's something that you will be letting go, and because of that you will start feeling refreshed. You will start feeling lucky about where you are headed and what you are doing in life. Next we have the Temperance as well. This is about moderation, patience, keeping things going in flow again, balancing the yin and the yang, the shadowy qualities, and transforming and transmuting the more shadowy qualities into the lighter side of things. That is, becoming aware of things that hold you back and pull you down, and by awareness you are able to bring a lot of clarity into your life. Once you're aware, you can either accept the problem, or you can resolve it if you can, or you can just incorporate that into your being, right? Transformation doesn't always have to be that you flip it to the opposite side, but rather, let me just give you an example. For example, if you tend to get very attached in your relationships, then you can't really change that, it's just in your nature, then the best decision for you would be to, make sure that where you expend this emotional energy is worth it. So evaluating the people a lot more before you open yourself up a lot or give a lot of yourself to, right? That's an example. Same goes for if you're a bit of a perfectionist, then it might cause you to become a little bit paralyzed in where you put effort, or starting any project. You might stop yourself from exploring things because the drive to become perfect is just so much. But keeping in mind that perfection does not truly exist, and all we can really focus on is growth and just creating and keep going and keep going and keep going and tackle the problems as and when they come. When you embody that type of attitude, then the perfectionistic quality can be turned into just ensuring that the quality of work that you put out is always ensured, right? So then it takes on a very wonderful fashion. Same goes for if you're with fire signs. I'm thinking of Leo for some reason, and also Aries. So there is some level of rigidity that comes along with, fixed signs or cardinal signs. So it's especially fieriness. It's kind of like, okay, I have the passion, I have the zest, and it's kind of, you can't really put that out very easily, right? So with them, I hear very, very commonly that, oh, you're just rigid and you're so stubborn and you want to be staying stuck in one way. But when you're doing something that is in your best interest or in the community's best interest, just for the higher good, whatever it is that you do, if you channel that fire in a productive manner, basically, then the definition, people don't call you stubborn anymore. They call you determined. They call you very strong-willed, and it takes on a very positive note, right? So that's what I'm talking about, converting the shadowy qualities into something that is very productive, constructive, meaningful to you, something that brings you light, fulfillment, and clarity. And by being aware of your shadow and the light attributes, you can stay in balance. And that temperance is all about treading that middle path, that balance point. Not one thing is bad and the other thing is good. Good versus, there is no versus. It's both of them coexist within you. And the point is that you are aware, and therefore you can moderate how exactly you expend your energy. The Chariot, again, we have two horses over here. It's the job of the charioteer, or rather you, to decide which direction you want to go. If you get confused, or half of you is hesitant to move forward, meanwhile the other half wants to charge forward, the net result of the movement of the chariot is not going to be any. It is still at a standstill, right? Similarly, we can envision that if these two horses decide to move in opposite directions, the chariot will not move. That's basically the idea I'm trying to convey. Okay? But once you get aligned, once you get focused on what is it you want to create, where is it that you want to expend yourself, where is it you want to drive yourself, then the movement is going to be really fast. Okay? Next phase of your life, once the initial steps are done, you're like, you know what, I am done and dusted with the old part of my life. I don't want that anymore. I truly, honestly do not. Once you decide that, the rest of it is going to, move forward a lot faster. Things will come into your life, the right resources, timing, you'll be at the right place at the right time, and so on. The Wheel of Fortune does represent luck, and it is kind of governed by Jupiter. So luck and protection, cosmic protection is kind of inherent to this card, and also the next phase of your life. Okay, next. Pile 3 viewers, please. What are the next major changes? Alright, we have waning gibbous express. So that's, again, expression. We talked about that with the creation. Getting closer to the people that are near and dear to you, so appreciating them a lot more. That's as well a part of this, this new phase in life. Walking away from, again, unhealthy or toxic relationships that allows you to return to your own equilibrium state. That's as well possible. And by letting go of toxic relationships, you're able to better identify who more deserve your attention, and you can reconnect with them in a much more authentic way. That's always welcome, isn't it? You can form a lot more healthier relationships with yourself, with the people around you as well. So connecting effectively rather than just forming random connections. That's as well there. And we have lunar eclipse change. If you're watching this video when I'm posting it, then there will be a lunar eclipse in November 19th, and that can be an important one for you. Again, for some reason I'm getting Leo rising. Scorpio rising will be, for you guys especially, it is going to be very, very important. Leo sun moon and Scorpio sun moon, really. Yeah. Yes. Oh, sorry, I said sun, moon. I meant sun, moon, and rising for both of the zodiacs that I mentioned. But yes, either case, eclipses are all about change, and their effect usually lasts for 6 months to a year, depending on how and where it falls in your chart, of course. But they generally have a longer lasting impact, so that is going to be an important phase for you, or whatever the next eclipse is that's coming up. Whenever you watch this, it's a timeless reading, of course. Okay, so changes are kind of inevitable, and the Wheel of Fortune is about changes, although I do not feel a lot of drastic changes, but rather it's more gradual. Like I said, get the ball rolling, right? So yeah, once you take that first step, it is all going to just keep on going, and you will see the domino effect of the actions that you take. Also, I was looking at these circles over here and how they're ascending, right? So through the cycles of rebirth and death and rebirth and death and rebirth, which is also about a very phoenix type of vibe, right? Which we saw with the creative fire, you will be ascending yourself, okay? So the last rebirth cycle, the way you were, you're not going to react the same way in the next rebirth cycle. So in essence, when you look at yourself from a bigger picture, you really are evolving through all of these cycles, right? So spiraling up, that's the energy I'm feeling. Okay, really good for finances as well. Yes. Okay, let's get to astrology cards. Pile 3 viewers, please. Next major changes for pile 3 viewers. Okay, we have Pluto, power, death, transformation, and evolution. We talked about this. Death and rebirth is a Scorpio card, and Pluto rules Scorpio. So a lot of you watching this are Scorpio risings, and if you are Scorpio rising, the eclipse is going to be happening in Taurus in November. And also I think in 2022 there's going to be a lot of Scorpio Taurus eclipse cycle that is going to begin from this November basically, and the south node and the north node are going to shift from Gemini Sagittarius axis to Taurus Scorpio axis. So big time for Scorpio and Taurus risings, right? But both are kind of, because they're opposite signs, you can't really exclude one from the other. Any opposite signs that you have, they are inevitably a part of your characteristic. You just express it in a different way. But in either case, Pluto is, the inner power that you have, the very primal force that you have, the spirit that wants to express itself, and the one that it's kind of, light emanates from the shadow, so you can't exclude the shadow from the light. The light exists because of shadow, and shadow exists because of light, right? That's the philosophy of Pluto. You can't just be all bright and light and cheerful and hunky-dory and it's all rainbows and sunshine all the time, right? We have to deal with difficult situations, but through that we are actually uncovering and unlocking our own inner power so much and so potently that nothing can stop us. So this is that very inner drive. Why are you doing something? Where are you going, and why are you going there? Learning of these very hidden nature, the inner psyche of yourself, that's something that's coming next. And by knowledge, you are going to be transforming yourself a lot. The cutting the cords of doubt, this is a very, cut is a very, oh my goodness, I have to work on vocabulary. But it's a very concise word, and it's decisive, right? With the cut the cords of doubt. Okay, just, it's over. It's done. There is no ifs and buts, and maybe we can find a compromise point and make ourselves fit, and okay, well, you can stay, I will hunker down, I will make a space for you and accommodate. No, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Cut it out. It's kind of like that. This certain habit that I have has been pulling me back for years and years for now, and I will not have enough any more of it. I have had enough, right? So done, just over. That's Pluto. That habit dies today, right now, and moving forward, we're not going to follow that same pattern anymore. It is strict with yourself. And there is a very strong willpower again coming through. The power in this context, to me at least, is talking about willpower over here. Okay? And evolution is from the Wheel of Fortune, I feel. Okay, let's see more. So next we have Chiron, so deep insecurities, spiritual strength, and rebirth cycles. I will not repeat myself because we talked about that already. Pluto, it's written here death, but it also, when something dies, there is always going to be something that is reborn in its place, right? It just takes on a very different shape. It doesn't mean that it's not tough or that there are no struggles. Even for the Chariot, there will be struggles and obstacles. It just doesn't feel like one because the goal ahead of the Charioteer is just that big, okay? So I'm not trying to diminish the things that you're leaving behind, or the struggle that you have to go through in order to cut the cords of doubt. I'm not trying to diminish any of that, but I'm just giving you hope that it's not all just in shambles, and that it's all going to be chaos. Okay, that's not true, because something new is being rebuilt within you, in your surroundings, and the people you connect with, and the things that you want to create. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? Where are you going in life? Things like that. Okay, we have 11th house as well, so hopes and aspirations. This is something humanitarian works, connecting on a global scale. Again, building connections. That's 11th house. This can be you have a certain job, but through that job you also get to know other companies or other institutions, and you connect with them. It's not a very personal, touchy-feely friendship type of card, but rather, oh yeah, I know that type of person. Oh yeah, I know this person. He or she works over there and does so-and-so things, and yeah, I can get in touch with that person. It's a more of a detached professional type of thing, but not professional, but impersonal type of a friendship, but it's a connection anyway. We do need to build a network, right? We don't really, as humans, we are social beings. We're not going to exist without any people. So yeah, 11th house is about focusing on that building connections thing, okay? But not getting too personal too quick. If it is something of a romantic nature you want to connect with, and this is asking you to be a little bit more objective and just observe the situation a little bit before you become very attached to the person, and see how things go. Let things kind of play out a little bit before you get attached, things like that. But I don't think I need to tell you that. You might have learned that from life itself if this is something that you're resonating with. Okay, what are these insecurities, things that are toxic, and things that basically kind of damage you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or physically, and how can you put an end to that and let go of it? Okay, so removing toxicity, that's your next phase. Okay, and by removing it, you're charging forward with full energy, boosted by the universe's support and the community that you build or the network that you have, in order to create the new life that you want to live. Okay. Pile 3 viewers, please. What are the next major changes? Ooh, that's way too many. Way too many. If it was like 4 or 5, I would have taken it, but it's like 10. Okay, pile 3 viewers, please. What are the next major changes for pile 3? So, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. As the whole trusting in the process, going with the flow, rolling with the tides, so on and so forth. There will be ups and downs. But that's not a problem, because it's just a part of life. Change is inevitable. It's just lean on the faith of the universe, or faith of something. What is the universe to you? What can you rely on truly? That's something that you need to keep your faith. And that's where you're like, well, these are the things I can control and the rest I cannot, so I'm just gonna let it go and let it be, and I will accept what comes next. That way, you're not putting a lot of pressure on anything, you're not expecting too much out of anything, and you're able to stay in a restful state, okay? That's how you can get through this phase in a more effective way, basically. Okay, so through any changes, just keep that faith that you're going to be fine. Okay, and we also have, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yeah, this to me, these two cards actually came out as what you need to keep in mind for this next phase, but also it's kind of indicating what this new chapter is going to be like. So it's not just a message of hope for you to get through whatever you need to work through, basically, but rather also signifying that this new phase in life, you're going to have a lot more faith in yourself, in the universe, in the process, in the changes, in the process of evolution and your own power of transformation. And also that when you set your mind to something, anything can happen. When you are truly objective about something, when you're really looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things from a bigger perspective, that you can see a lot clearer and you don't cloud your judgment in any way. So in essence, you're becoming more and more mindful in the next phase of your life. Okay, wow. 3 major arcana, by the way, that this is like a big new phase. Good luck with that. That's what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message helped you. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like the video if you liked the reading. Share and subscribe as well. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on my channel. A lot of different genres. Check out whatever you want, whatever resonates with you. And whenever you feel like, of course. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi pile 4, welcome to your reading. We'll see what some major changes are that are coming your way. So you chose these feathers here. The first one belongs to a nuthatch. They signify stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Okay, well, that's one thing. Getting wisdom, knowledge, insights, clarity, and you do need to, stay grounded and be receptive. What that means is, feel safe and supported in the knowledge that you will get more clarity on your situation and that clearer direction will be presented to you. Okay, and we also have the finch. Yep, new opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. So either you're able to make these new opportunities or you recognize more opportunities in your current situation. So through this new knowledge and perspective, the wisdom, the clarity that comes through to you, this can be via a dream, this can be from another person. We'll see more cards, we'll see if we can clarify that part. But even without that, you will get some information. You might read something, you might learn about something, and it just opens your mind up to a lot more opportunities or ideas that have always existed but you did not really know about, you did not really recognize before this point, right? Those are the type of things that can open up, and that just, I feel excited for you, so I feel like you will be excited as well. It's kind of like, oh my god, so many things to try, and what more can I do? And this can be again like taking a class, like if you're deciding what course should I take, what do I want to learn, what do I want to do, things like that, questions like that. You might get more of an idea, and then you realize that, hey, you actually have 10 different options compared to before when you thought you didn't even have one. Like if at this point you're thinking, nah, I don't really like much, I don't know what I would do as a hobby or a creative work. I don't know. If it is something of a question mark for you at this time, then just, stay grounded, just stay stable, keep your mind open and receptive to new ideas. That's basically what the nuthatch is saying, because that will come. It will come. Okay, let's get you some more details. Pile 4 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming towards pile 4 viewers? Pile 4 viewers. Okay. Okay, we'll go with these top 2. The distraction of shiny things. And we have find your sacred flow. Yeah, you're able to find your flow. I was telling that this thing to pile 2, but only when you're grounded and stable and secure. The point is to feel safe and secure. Only when you can feel that way, you can then feel safe enough to flow outward and explore more things and then move forward and do something about it, right? You can't express yourself either if you do not feel safe. You cannot go with whatever flow because you just don't trust the flow, right? That's why it's very important to stay grounded. You can do that by taking a walk barefoot on the grass in the park. Perhaps it's a little bit too cold now to do barefoot, but being out in nature, that's the point. Or you can even listen to some grounding meditations. That can really help. Meditation and prayer itself, it brings you to a place of, you know what, I am not alone. I'm never alone. And because I exist, I'm supported. That is the philosophy of the root chakra. You can work with that if you want. You can visit the video in the ribbon above or in the comments if I forget to link it in the ribbon above to get more information. There are plenty of timestamps so you can quickly get to the point that you want to get to. So yeah, that you can employ too. Depends what you're interested in. But really, the thing is that you will start flowing. You will start to look for, okay, now that I've found this creative passion or this passionate project, I will go forward and see it through. Or I don't know where it is going to take me exactly. I don't really have a rigid plan, but I want to see where it goes. It might be quite uncharacteristic to your general attitude and personality. That's why it might feel like a very major change for some of you, but nevertheless, it is going to take you to a different way of operation. Even if it is, if you find it easy to flow, this is a whole different thing because you're flowing with purpose. It's not simply, bobbing and whatever, right? You're not ebbing and flowing for nothing. There is a purpose to it, and it might feel like you are being flown in many different directions because we have the distraction of shiny things. That's the excitement that I was feeling. It's like, oh, okay, can I try this? Oh, can I do that? Oh, can I go over there and try this and do that and meet these people and go over there? It's blah, 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 okay? Many different things. Like place 1, 2, 3, people 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So it feels as though the entire world kind of opened up to you all at once, and it can feel a little bit staggering, but not in a negative way. It all feels very whoa, 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 whoa. Amazing. Okay, where do I go? Do I have to pick one, or do I just see where things take me? And I have a feeling you're gonna go with the flow and see where things take you rather than pick one particular thing. You're just keeping your mind open. You're just receiving a lot, and just try not to get very, very distracted by any of it. I'm just gonna I'm reading the book. Yeah, taking stock and leveraging your strengths, polishing and buffing your image, the strength of discernment. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you don't get flown away by everything, really. Don't get too staggered by all of the opportunities that come your way. For example, if you're applying for work, you suddenly, get like 2 or 3 acceptance, and now you're like, whoa, now I have to choose. It's usually the other way around, right? So perhaps you just applied for the sake of applying. Many of us are doing that now. So the thing is, when the acceptances come, you don't feel like, oh, I'm paralyzed now, how can I make the choice? right? So you have to discern, looking at where you want to be in the future and which company or institution offers you that type of growth and finances as well, things like that, right? There are many factors that you might consider. So use those many different factors to make the choice that is best for you. Okay. Yes. Alright, let's get you some tarot cards. Pile 4 viewers, please. What are the next major changes coming to us? Pile 4 viewers. Next major change. Next major change. Next major change, please, for pile 4 viewers. Okay, I will take them. Yeah, these 3 cards that just came out up top. This makes me feel as though you're gonna take a class or you're gonna teach, traineeship, starting position in a job, something where you're learning and growing. It's taking a leap of faith. And again, the world of new opportunities and new potential that we are talking about, that's with the Fool over here. This is the Fool card. She's jumping into the unknown. Basically, that's the whole meaning of the card. She has no clue what's coming next, but she's trusting the flow of things. She's trusting divinity and the cosmic order of things, and also keeping faith that she will be protected and taken care of along the journey. So she's not extremely heavily concerned. She carries a very light load, and that's what allows her to, move forward in the journey unshackled. When I say a low burden, it means even your own expectations and attachments to outcomes of certain situations. You're just keeping your mind open and you are going with the flow. You're learning as and when things present themselves. This can even be embarking on a new spiritual path for some of you. And again, you have no clue where it's going to take you really, but you have to trust your rhythm, your own rhythm and your own flow, and learn with things as and when they come. So if you're learning tarot or astrology next, or you're studying philosophy, you can't learn everything all at once. It's a lot of years of practice and knowledge and observation that builds up a certain astrologer or tarot reader or whatever, right? As and when you increase in your experience, it just naturally comes. It doesn't have to be in a spiritual context, really. It applies for anything, right? So the Page of Pentacles basically follows that principle that I will take things one by one. It's a very steady card, again, very grounded card because we have the pentacles there. She does not want to rush, because rushing will not get you anywhere far. And what the page wants to reach is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles has the perfect soulmate, has plenty of money, gives to charity, is balanced within, materially abundant, has the ideal house in the ideal location for the ideal budget, etc., etc., right? So the physical existence, if you want it to be a good life with good habits, with a good physical strength as well, you need to exercise every day, you need to eat well every day, you need to exercise your mind as well, you need to take things one by one rather than take 10,000 things on your plate and then get distracted by all of them and get overwhelmed by all of them, right? It doesn't work. I don't feel like you're gonna do any of that. I'm just saying, I'm validating your approach. Okay, that's the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant we already talked about. This is also research and institutions, by the way, so if you're trying to get into a certain institution, again, to study or to teach or research, then this is a perfect card for you. Also, religion and philosophy is very much supported, and also spirituality, of course, by the Hierophant. You will also get the new knowledge and perspective that we talked about in the Nataj with the Hierophant here. It's just going to come while you meditate or pray, during any of your, focusing practices, basically. This can be during a mindful practice as well. It depends what you employ, what you use. Sorry. But that's when you can get this knowledge, wisdom, and new perspective that, lights your spirit up. And you're, look at this person, he's so happy. That's like a real happy, right? That's a different kind. I do not see that in any of the other cards, really. This is a very deep happiness, and that's something that will happen when you get this new idea. That's excitement, that bubbling up of, oh my god, the world full of possibilities, what am I gonna do? And I did not even know that there were so many things that I could try, yeah. You just find very well suited options for you, just embarking on a new whole chapter, basically. That's what's next. We also have the Empress. This can be something related. Okay, a lot of information at once. Okay. This can be something related to creativity, of course, but it can also be new project that you have been working on or will work on that is going to bear very fortunate fruits for you in the end. Very prosperous card. You will feel abundant. You will feel as though, oh goodness, there's a lot. There's a lot for everyone to go around, basically. Empress is also the nature, Mother Nature. So this that includes the storms, the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the lakes, oceans, the mountains, everything, right? All that we know of nature and how it functions, the seasons, the weather, and the weather changes, everything is Mother Nature, right? And I love how it is linked to the moon over here as well, and it's right next to the Sacred Flow card. The feminine energy, the divine feminine, is associated with the sacral chakra. Again, all about flow. It's nurturing, creative, caring, soothing. These are the qualities that you will be embodying, and also you will start seeing in your surrounding as well. You will start flowing. You will start seeing more opportunities which were once shrouded from your vision, from your awareness, rather. Okay, so you will start to feel full and rich, and as though you are growing, and you feel supported and taken care of. She's wearing this, I don't know what you call it, this cape, yeah, this cape of fishes in water. So the oceans and the lakes and the rivers that we were talking about, the fishes symbolize prosperity. So prosperity is next as well. Your intuition is going to be heightened around this time. So that's why I don't feel like you will be very distracted, but it was just my job to, warn you beforehand. But yeah, I don't think you will flow without purpose. That's my point. So your intuition is stronger because you're much connected in this next phase of life. And it is very necessary whenever we go through a full type of stage that we do have strong connection with the universe. Whether we seek it or not, it simply happens because we need it. We absolutely need it at that time. Okay. And we also have Three of Cups, so this is, again, a lot of emotional fulfillment. You feel supported and guided. It's like your spirit guides kind of watching over you, and you feel that your soul family and friends are kind of watching over you. The people who have incarnated here, who are really close to you, they can be part of your soul family too. Siblings as well come in this category. It depends how close you are. The point is the closeness of emotional bond with these people. So you can meet new friends if you don't know who they might be in your immediate surroundings. But these people are going to be very, very supportive. So new friends, new company, basically, new acquaintances, but you very strongly relate with them, and you can open up to them, basically. You feel close. So a lot of close friendships and relationships coming up. And we have 3 and 3 as well. That's something you could be seeing. And we have 12 over here, which adds up to 3 as well. So that's something that you can see right before you see the changes coming up. And also 1001, that usually signifies changes coming up, which are also triggered by your own evolution of personality, basically. Okay. Also, 555 is possible. So basically, you'll start seeing a bunch of numbers before all of these changes start to happen. Okay. Let's get you some more cards. Pile for viewers, please. What's the next major change in their life? That's like off the deck, so I'm not gonna take that many. Pile for viewers, please. Wow, we literally have change. So this is from the lunar eclipse, so that can be, if you're watching this right now, then we have a lunar eclipse coming up on 19th November. That is, that can be something really significant for you. Depends where it falls in your chart. Maybe check it out if you're interested in astrology. But yeah, it's basically symbolizing a lot of changes. Usually it's triggered by the outside world. Things just happen. It feels a little bit chaotic around eclipses, but again, go with the flow and things will become clearer as and when you progress forward. Okay, so don't get too worried if, you know, things get a little bit confusing for a while. It's fine. Stay grounded or ground yourself at that time and remind yourself to go with the flow and trust your intuition while you do that. That's the way to get through a lunar eclipse, because we really cannot control the external environment, right? Okay, let's get you some more cards. For viewers, please. Next changes coming to part 4. Okay, we have I am the loving energy of the universe, very much resonating with the Fool and the Empress there. Oh, we have 3 major arcana. That's big. Nice. Okay. Once again, feeling supported and loved in all the things we've talked about. It's quite blue, so the whole expression, communication, that can be something that is highlighted in the next phase. You will, again, go with the flow more, trust your instincts. Okay, and we also have, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Yeah, this is what I was saying. It might feel a little bit chaotic in the very beginning of things happening and changing and shifting, because let's face it, it's a little bit out of the comfort zone, right? But you are going to grow a lot from it. It's just going to open up so many things that it's inevitable, the growth, right? It's just going to happen. And maybe follow the moon cycles, because I see a lot of moon happening. Right? We have 3 of these here. There's the moon there. Yeah, maybe follow the moon cycles, full moons, new moons, eclipses, the zodiac that the moon is in. For example, when the moon is in the same sign as your rising, it can feel you might feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. And also, I've noticed, at least for me, that when the moon is in Cancer, also I'm a little bit more emotional, because, well, Cancer itself is an emotional sign. Perhaps that's the reason, but, you know, try to keep track of it. There is a website, Astro Sofa. You can choose your time zone and you can see what transits are happening that day, and you can always see the moon phase and also what zodiac it is in, when it is moving into the next zodiac, things like that. So maybe that's helpful for you guys, keeping track of it and just not expecting anything as such. The description is a little bit off, I feel, but, you know, just observe the day and see what happens to you emotionally, right? Oh, I had made this mood planner. You can maybe refer to that as well. I will link that in the description box. Um, yeah, that might really help you out. It's basically a chart where there are like, I think, 20 different emotions. I don't remember now. It was a long time ago. Um, Many different emotions, and you can basically take whatever applies for you for that particular day. So every day you kind of log your mood and see basically what the trend is, and that way you can kind of see your ebb and flow, right? And once you identify your own rhythm, you can better go along with it. You can identify the patterns and question yourself, so on and so forth. There's quite a few things in there, and it's not too big because it's a monthly one. But yeah, check it out if you're interested, basically. But even if not, just keep track of the moon cycle and how it impacts you. That's my point. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed and that this helped. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like the video if you liked the reading, share and subscribe as well. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. And feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on my channel and many different genres, so you can select whatever you want. And yeah, we'll see you in some of my other readings. Until then, take care. Bye.